So this is an image that I took with my cell phone, and it was at night, obviously. Cloudy sky. I liked the moon behind the tree, but I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do anything with this. Really, really noisy, as you can see. And I've already edited some of this. Up the exposure, contrast, highlights, the presence. If I go into the detail tab here, I can get rid of some of this. I took the color noise reduction all the way up. You can see it is successful by getting rid of a lot of the kind of purple tinge. If I go too much on the luminance, which I really can do, I'm not sure that I like what it does to the tree. I lose the definition in the branches. So I'm going to leave it about down here. And so that's about it that we'll do in Lightroom. Let's take this into Photoshop. Let's see, edit in Photoshop. And again, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. So we'll just kind of see what happens and what kind of things look like they might be possible. But overall, I like the spooky feeling of it. Kind of looks kind of forbidding and dark. I'm not sure that I like the overall purple in the sky, so let's make another layer here. And I should be able to go into hue and saturation, and maybe channel mix. Let's try the hue and saturation and just see what we can do with this. I get the purple in there. You know, the purple is not bad. I don't think I want any green. Saturation up. You know, maybe we're going to do better with a kind of a dark, just a monochromish kind of a thing, because that way is way too much. Can I bring up the lightness in there? Let's take it down actually a little bit. Alright, well that really doesn't do much for me. I think what I'll do here is let's try the channels. And try the red channel first, because that looks like it's the predominant one. Yeah. Green maybe. You know, it kind of looks pretty interesting if it's red. Blue. So we get into that purplish. How about some constant? No. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of leave that alone. And in order to do anything with this, I think that what I'll do is we'll just go directly into Topaz. I'm not sure there's enough in there for the Redfield, so let's just try impressions first, see what happens. This chiaroscuro, not so much. What happens with sunset? Too washed out. So we'll just see what we can find here that makes some kind of sense. And again, whatever I end up using, I'll probably go ahead and make a lot of changes to it, because I don't really think anything is going to suit me. Liquid lines, all right, I like that. Let's see what it's done with the sky. Now it's got this blobbish kind of a brush. So let's see what happens when we change the brush style. Yeah. A little too abstract, minimalistic. Now that's kind of cool. Alright, so that's the type 11 brush. What about this type 10? Okay, type 8. Type 7. I do kind of like the swirly kind of a look that these things give. It's almost a Van Goghish kind of a thing. Brush size, let's take that up a little bit and see if what it does. Yeah, too much. Paint volume, see if put some more volume in there. Does not do much. Opacity, okay. What about rotating the stroke? Because sometimes that really makes, yeah, whoa. That would make an okay kind of a second layer if I wanted to add a second layer to this. Stroke color variation, you know, right now it's nothing, so it's still that kind of monochromish thing. I like the light part in between there that's got that kind of a purplish, this part in here. That right there, yep. Stroke width, we're down at -1, so it's a very thin stroke. See now what happens when you bring it up here, it's really too much. Just you get rid of the character. Yeah, boy, this one is very delicate. Stroke length is a short, -41. Length, yeah, I think back to the 41-ish is probably where to go. Yeah, that looks good. Smell, smudge, coverage, overall hue. I don't know if there's, yeah, there's some red in there. So what happens if we bring the red saturation up? Get a little bit of that, huh? Bring it up a little bit. Extreme. I don't like it down below there. This part here is kind of too much. So let's see, what is that? That's really a purplish. Oh, all purple. That's purple. Blue. Can you see where these hash marks are across here? Like this right here? That shows the which color you're looking at. Alright, so I'm going to see about changing the red lightness and kind of darken that up a bit. There's just enough. Yeah, I call this a blood moon. Yeah, maybe not, but okay, so that's that. Brightness, do we want to bring this up any? What happens? Nah, too much. What about contrast? And vignette, I think I'll take the vignette off here. I prefer to add my vignettes later. Texture, no texture at all, which is what I like. And I think that's about what we're going to get with this, so we'll save that one out. And that is now a layer. What happens when we, as always, change the layer mask? Because I really like the trees. I want to get the trees in there. I want to retain some of the shape of the trees. That's pretty good. You can definitely see the trees there. I like that too, but it's way too dark. So it's overlay again. I keep coming back to overlay. Let's see what some of these other ones do. Yeah, too dark. Alright, so it looks like lighter color. That one right there is going to do best. And let's see what I've got in the background. This area in here with the white moon. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So we've done here. Let's try it the other way around, maybe. Just change the sequence of the layers. and change this one here. Change the blend mode of the first layer. Does it really make a difference? Kinda. It just looks like more more color aberrations though. So I think I'll go back to this. And let's just try, let's take this one here and make a new layer of that. And now move this down to an 8-bit channel. And let's try Fractalius on this one, because now we've got some line detail to work with. And you can see that there's all kinds of strangeness here. I think, you know, my glow is, yeah, look at that. That's pretty interesting. And the glow 50, no, too busy. That's impression. That's interesting too. What was that? Neon. So that would bring some color into it, which I think this thing really needs. Interesting also. I think what I'm going to have to be doing here is painting some of this out. Of course, blend modes really are our friends in these. All right, I'm going to go back up to these here and see, because I think I liked one of these here. And as soon as I figure out which one it is that I liked, I think I like the neon because, as I said, it brings some color in. So let's go ahead and do that. And I will pause the recording while this thing runs its way through, because the Fractalius stuff really does take a while. All right, so this is the Fractalius layer. Right there. A little extreme, but I would expect that. And I'm going to just, these are the adjustment layers that we had on here. The hue and saturation, I'm actually going to take those off because I think they're interfering with the Fractalius. So I just kind of move them down here. Maybe we'll bring them back, maybe not. So let's bring up the underlying layers here. This one is lighter color. Let's turn this off. So the Fractalius came in at lighter color. So let's just go back through the sequence here and see what we get when we try some of these other. All right, so lighten, screen, lighter color actually looks soft light. So do we have maybe something like a burning bush here? Kind of like that. But again, yeah, I like the contrast that it adds. I can see that I'm going to have to crop this to get rid of some of the edge around here. All right, let's just keep on seeing what happens here. Hard light. That's pretty interesting too, huh? So if I bring this up here, I like what it does inside the tree. So maybe if I take a mask, and just kind of get rid of some of this around the edges so that it's a little bit lighter. So here's my other tree back here, which you can kind of see. I want to bring out some of the branches here. Get rid of some of the excess color. All right, I think I'm beginning to like this. Yeah. So I can see the burning. I can see the tree. Yeah, I think I like that. What does these hue and saturation do here? Not a lot. What about the channel mix? Yeah, whatever it does, I don't like. So let's just get rid of these. And I think, I don't know. Yep, I like that. Although I think I took some of this, I think I took too much of this out. Paint it back in. All right. I like where that is. All right, so we're going to close this, put it back into Lightroom, save it, of course. All right, so that's in Lightroom. I got to get rid of these edges. Really kind of interesting effects here. Okay, look at that. That's pretty neat, huh? I love the patterns. And there's just enough reality, right? Okay. Do we want to do anything else with this? You know, I think I'm going to leave well enough alone, and we'll just call that one done deal. So there it is. Really just Lightroom, Photoshop, and a couple of filters, and burning tree at night. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's something specific you'd like to know more about.